Hey guys, so summer's here. It sucks. I went outside today and it's so hot. You think, summer, the cold sucks. Not me. I'm like, oh, it's winter, and then summer's coming. I'm like, oh no. Because one, you gotta realize my setup right now, 3 lights. Both not really good for keeping the room cool. Second of all, 2 TVs. Well, 1 TV, 1 monitor. So I can make sure she doesn't fall apart when I'm recording. Then I got a PC. And then I got a console. That's a lot of heat. That's a lot of heat. So I'm gonna be like, I don't know why I'm wearing these. I'm not listening to anything. But, it's such a shitty thing. Anyways, so it's weird. Basically, this is just a talk video, by the way. It's not even like channel updatey. But yeah, alright, so basically I came home. Anyways, yeah, so I was jumping in. I was like, alright, let's, record some videos. It's gonna be great. Well, let's not get crazy. But I was gonna go do it, and then I just felt like, I don't have those days. Usually I'm like, tunnel vision, go for my goal, make the video, have a great time. And then I was just kind of like, I don't really feel like playing Ori right now. I don't really feel like playing Don't Starve, because both of those games are kind of like, kind of games where it's just like, you kind of got to be on top of things. And yeah, I even cracked open an energy drink, and like now it's full. So I don't have any reason to drink it. Actually, I will drink it. My point is that I'm not going to be using it for anything. It's like, usually I'll record and be like, alright, just so I don't get like, like mid-session. But yeah, on a side note, look at this. It looks a lot less impressive on camera. Wait a minute, I can fix this. You just get this. Focus, the worst thing ever. Focus on it, game. Focus on it. Why are you not focusing on it? Why aren't you focusing on it? Goddamn. Why is it not? It's being a doucher. There we go. So basically, I cut in a groove to this thing, and that's what my day was for a day. I don't know why. I don't know what compelled me to do it. Now it looks like a sacrificial, like, kill someone, which is crazy. See, this is why focus isn't on. Fucker, it's not working. There we go, back. Cool. But yeah, I did this, and it looks awful. It doesn't look that bad, actually. But I just feel like it looks like a prime time, like, Aztec sacrificial thing now. Which is crazy that my mind automatically jumps at. Okay, now, another thing I want to talk about. This is just like a random ease my frustrations out. Okay, so I'm currently in school. It's about to end. I'm 18, and I'm just about to graduate. Terrifying. Might make another video about that when it actually happens, when I'm all dressed up all fancy for my college graduate thing. But I'm about to graduate, and currently I'm taking LA, which is nice. But the thing I can't stand about LA, and it really annoys me, and I'm not sure if you guys have dealt with it when you were in school or if you are still in school. But basically, it's when the books that they give you to read and do assignments on are, at least for me, are always the most depressing thing ever. Like, I don't know what compels people to want to make me sad, but that's what they always give me. Like, the whole class right now is reading this book. Please don't read it. Please don't read it. I don't want you to feel depressed. Basically, it's called Shattering Glass, and it's basically about where there's this nerdy kid, and then there's this popular nice kid who tries to make this nerdy kid popular just for the sake of him having the satisfaction of making him popular. But then throughout the course of the book, you find out that this guy is fucking psychopath and loves controlling things and loves plucking the strings, so he's not such a nice, cool guy. He's actually like a crazy person that got molested by his dad, and that's why he's so fucking broken and fucking insane. And then he has a bunch of friends that surround him. And then he has this one friend that's like his main friend, and then he takes this friend, and this friend gets like the girl of his dreams, which is nice. It's nice and kind. They make you love the characters. All that stuff's good. But then you also find out that the cool guy asks his friend to dump his girlfriend just so that the nerdy guy can get with his girlfriend, because he'll have a higher chance of getting popular in that time span. There's more going on. I'm just paraphrasing. And then he just like breaks up with his girlfriend because this guy got molested. He found out about it and he feels like he's responsible. Well, not responsible, but he feels like he has to do something. And it's just sad. This guy ends up losing love of his life. This nerdy guy ends up being a crazy person. Not really crazy. He ends up being kind of a bastard. Douchebag about it. And then this popular guy ends up showing his true colors. He ends up being a fucking psychopath. He ends up taking a bat around with like a lot of his friends end up getting bats too. And they all take turns cracking this nerdy dude who they brought up through the ranks of popularity. And they just start breaking his head open with bats. Why? Why do I have to? What? What happened to like? And I think it annoys me just a tiny bit. Is the fact that my teacher is a cool teacher. She's pretty cool about it. But I asked her like why. Like I made a joke basically about saying why do we have to do another sad book? What happened to kind books? And then she was basically like, oh, you want Disney kiddie books like that? And I'm like. In my head, well, in real life, I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. And in my head, I was like, no. Just because I don't want to read something depressing doesn't make me kiddish. I mean, I don't want to become a cynical bastard. Like, I don't want... There's, like, my perspective is there's already so much shit in the world. Like, you can turn on the news and find out, like, 7 kids got, like, suicide, killed themselves. Awful. Or some kid got bullied so hard that they ended up, like, boom, shooting the brains out. Whatever. Awful shit. I don't want to go into my mind and envision something that's basically a story about someone tearing everyone apart. Why would I do that? I go to a game to see a different world. Maybe it's a little bit grubby, but it's still cool. Maybe I go to the world where there's fantasy and all this crazy shit like games. I use games as an example. Maybe I want to go to a world where it shows a corrupt government where you play as a lone survivor of an awesome cause. Whatever. Those are all things that I would love to imagine because they are beautiful, they are great, they are magical in their own right. But why would I go into a like voluntary hell? Why would I go into something that is going to make me sad? That don't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's annoying. I'm not sure if you guys deal with it, but I deal with it in my class, and again, my teacher's great. So far, everything in the class is great, but just the fact that they're always the most depressing stories you've ever seen. It always has to do with death. Always has to do with like someone getting molested. Awful shit. Like just like I hate humanity. I'm turning into a cynical motherfucker, and I'm already at that point, so I don't need any more. I'll become a hermit otherwise, which I'm already kind of that. All right, guys. So first of all. For people that know me, I will follow the channel for a while. I had no interest in a little game called The Witcher. Not no interest. I just I don't really care that much about it. But I've been seeing some of The Witcher, the 3, Witcher the Wild Hunt, it may be called. I think it's just called 3. It looks so good. It looks amazing because I was watching. I've heard people what they say about it, and they're kind of comparing it. I've seen a couple videos where they're kind of comparing it to Skyrim. I loved Skyrim with like every bone in my body. I just love the amount of content in that game. The only thing I don't really like is the character that you play. Like in Skyrim, you played a kind of a voiceless character where you could be his voice if you chose to. Where in The Witcher, you kind of get this like raw, somewhat emotionally, I don't know how to put it. He's not very like human-y. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna cry. You know, he's pretty hardened kind of person. Not like he's mean, but like just his face and everything about him seems like his nerves are just like thicker than everyone else's, which is kind of annoying because I wouldn't want him a character to be like, oh, I just got stabbed. Ugh. Like that's not real. Well, it's probably realistic for his case because you look at his body, he has 1,000 scars, so you'd imagine he's used to it by now. But anyways, they talk about how the world is like crazy big. They talk about the DLC, which is still kind of confusing me. I hear people say it's not free, and I hear other people that say it's free. I think it's just free for like costumes, which is still cool. Anything that's free is neat. And yeah, that's great. The game looks amazing. The amount of stuff in it, they say it's somewhat like it's kind of like what I've heard. It sounds like it's like Skyrim, like it's just that big of an experience, which just sounds great to me. Because I like to take my time with stuff, and that's a game that's probably gonna eat up my channel a little bit. That and there's one more game coming up. That and Destiny, and maybe I don't think The Division comes out this year. But anyways. Great things are happening. I would normally tell you guys what to expect from my channel just because it's just like a thing I usually do whenever it's like, hey, little update, let's talk thing, random video where I complain about my things happening, first world problems. Anyways, but I don't really know. Essentially probably more, maybe, probably almost always, Don't Starve and then some Ori and the Blind Forest. And then I might just juggle between maybe some random game, like maybe Battlefield Hardline, Borderlands the pre-sequel, Handsome Jack, going through the rest of the side quests for Clappy. what other game is coming out? I don't know. I'm not crying, by the way. The light's shiny in I'm thinking I have allergies because it's summer. By the way, I want to see something. How bad is that? Is that really noticeable? Because I hope it's not. I really, really hope it's not. So is that like crazy noticeable? Because if it is, then that's a problem. Like, what if I get really close? Like, what if I get to up here and where I can lower my personal voice down, and that also will neutralize that? So is this okay? Because summer's coming, and if I can have that on, I will be able to survive. And that's one of the reasons why I got this microphone, is because it conceals every sound. So you may see some videos in summer where I'm literally like this, like just right up on the mic. Reasons why I'm really warm and I don't want to ruin the sound quality, but you may see my face cam be like, like that kind of thing. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that's generally it. Thank you guys so much for watching this random ass video where I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and bye, guys.